Today, This American Dice presents Honey Heist, live from Condo-Con 2020. Before all this quarantine stuff, we were able to meet up here in beautiful Central Florida to play some awesome games. We met a lot of great people, and this was one of the products we had. Today's game features the voice talent. Let me just check my notes. Here we go. Of Eddy as Fenton, Holly as Cindy Lew, David as BiBi, Ray as Prince, Austin as Major Ursa, and Tony was the person running this game like a champ. All right, sit back, relax, and be ready to dip into a pot of that sweet gooey stuff. All here on This American Dice.
You have two stats. You have Baron Criminal.
Yes.
And there is no official place for him, so you need to write Baron Criminal somewhere on your sheet.
Is this for me?
This is your sheet.
There's a character. Why is there no space?
That is a great question that I am not whoever he was. What was his name?
Winnie the Pooh.
Grant Howard.
Grant Howard. I am not Grant Howard.
Is it a number of dice? Is that what that means?
No.
Okay. It's the okay. Yeah.
So.
Oh, I need to roll my stuff to be a randomized
Need
bear.
more D6.
I'm a random bear boy.
Did you already roll your
Are you
stuff?
going to use that voice? If
Yeah.
you're going to use that voice, I will not. That was my go-to voice. I'll go a different way.
Unhinged.
I'm also the same.
And I'm your face.
That'd make for a great podcast if everyone talks of permutations of the same high-pitched male voice.
I was like, whoa, I'll have to figure out which thing represents what, but I rolled 5s on both. So it looks like I'm the slick sun bear.
Oh, double sun-bearing it.
Double sun bear.
That's right.
Who's the muscle? I'm slick, but I'm the muscle.
Okay. Austin.
Yeah.
Austin. I feel like I could write that. Do you want a name for your character?
Yeah, I'll have to think up one.
Okay. So for right now, I'll just call you Austin until you fix it. Ray.
I got my name already. He had been in the military, and his name is Major Ursa.
Major Ursa.
Easy.
So we'll discuss whether or not they can actually speak English, because that's a thing.
Okay. I'm an unhinged sun bear driver.
Okay.
Named Lord Barrington III.
Oh, no Queen Laquifa.
And the is too much for me.
Okay. And Dave.
Yeah, either one works.
Which do you prefer?
David's fine.
Okay.
Sure. I get 2 syllables. That's how fancy I am. So I am a slick panda thief with a bowler hat.
Oh, I forgot to roll my hat.
I also have to roll my hat.
That's so great.
And
I'm working
you have
on
a
the name right now, though.
Okay. Eddie?
I am Fenton Wadsworth. I'm a washed up polar bear with the brains, and I wear a fez.
Okay. And Holly?
Is that the one that comes down, the dragon?
It's an Irish.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
The flat cap.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one that
Yeah.
it has like a
I
little
almost thought
button.
they looked like golfer hats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
golfer
was that
hats. The newsboys used to wear.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi
Exactly.
thing again?
Very like 19.
Yeah, one near thing.
And Holly, you are the face, you're a panda, and you're unhinged.
Yep.
And your name was?
Cindy Lew.
Nice. Good.
Cindy with a S? Like a stripper, or Cindy
No,
proper?
Cindy as in Cindy Lauper.
Okay. Cindy Lew. Got it.
And I
So
think
it takes
I'm going to change
Cindy-
my name to Prince.
It
Prince
takes
Barry
Cindy
the singer.
Lauper
No, just
and mix
Prince.
it with
Oh.
Lucy Liu.
Like
Wait.
the bear formerly known as Prince. The bear formerly known as Lord Barrington III.
So you're a squiggly line.
Are we allowed to wear clothes besides hats?
We can decide that, because the rules are so not.
There's not rules. That's not covered.
Yeah. No, there is
clothes.
There is a sub PDF that I could have bought where you can get more stuff.
Like an expansion, like a
But-
splat book.
I didn't figure it was
There's
worth
like
it.
5 more bear names. You're like,
I agree.
totally worth it.
And the hats, there's more hats if you really wanted a hat that was different.
I was gonna roll. I think I'm wearing a cowboy hat.
Okay. And I don't think there's a single mixed party roll, which actually worked out well.
Yeah.
How did that happen? Dice don't work that way. All right.
It's
So
really improbable.
yeah.
I got a name, by the way.
Okay, good.
BiBi.
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 BEI. There's a hyphen.
BiBi. I feel like I need to write that phonetically. So I'm going to call you BB if I don't.
Or bye-bye.
Or just BiBi.
The English language is the worst.
Yeah.
What can you do? All right, so we're going to start off with some world rules, just because officially you're not a talking bear, but this is such an open concept. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want to be able to speak English to normal people, or do you want to Scooby-Doo it to normal people and then talk normally among yourselves?
I like this thing that I heard one group do, which was the fact that you're wearing a hat convinces humans that you're human, and whatever you're saying to them, they go along with that premise, because a bear wouldn't wear a hat.
Like
Kind of
Yogi
like
Bear.
being at the dentist, where the dentist asks you a question you can't answer normally because their hands are in your mouth, and you're like, and
So-
he's like, yep, I totally agree.
So the humans see us as humans, or they
Because
just
a bear wouldn't wear a hat.
So
But if we ever lose our hat-
I was
That
gonna
is
say,
very
if you
Yogi
lose your
Bear-ish.
hat,
That
is your
is-
cover blown?
Yeah, I'd argue. Yeah,
Has
if your hat pops off, maybe that's.
that's how we terrify people.
Oh my
They
God,
just
it was
see
a
it's not
bear.
going right. All right, everyone. 3, 2, 1.
when your bear set
Where'd
gets
that
too
bear
high.
come from? He was standing in that spot where that girl
There was a man there, and now there's a bear there.
Must have been eaten by this bear. Yeah, and when your bear stat gets too high, you're out of the game. So maybe that's
Right.
like the situation. You can no longer wear a hat.
It's Clarkins classes as well, is how that works out.
You completely either eat your hat or lose your hat.
Yeah.
You can't
So,
retrieve it.
Game Master Tony, what say you with that idea?
No, I'm okay with that. So make sure on the top of your paper you do write your 2 stats. You have criminal and bear, and they each have 3 points. Every time you have to act, and the outcome's in doubt, you roll a d6. If it's equal to or under the relevant stat, you succeed. If it's over the stat roll, you fail. And every time you fail, you're going to have to take away a point. It's kind of a give and take, though. So as you get more into criminal, and you see that you're about to fail, you can start trying to bear it up a little bit more,
Okay.
so that you're balancing. Because if you ever go completely criminal, the game is lost because you're out of your control, and you've now just become a total asshat
Yeah.
with a hat.
That's how.
If you ever become completely bear, then you're completely wild.
This
So far,
seems
so
like
good?
really, fraught with emotional storylines.
Yeah.
Really.
So the question always becomes, how did you become sentient bears? Or were you always sentient bears? Let's decide as a group.
Maybe we were all bears that found hats, and this can happen to any bear.
It's like the mask.
Yeah, that's the
Like a
situation.
Frosty the Snowman thing.
Yes.
The hat is magical. I was thinking because I'm a trash panda.
Yeah.
I eat everything. I ate something that I shouldn't have eaten, and it made me sentient.
I like the idea too that we have like this kind of insensitive, tropey, mystical person who like was like pushing a cart, like, oh, look at the hats. I don't know like what trope it is. We don't have to hit on that too hard, but like
No,
right, we were given the
there's
hats.
There's a hat cart that was going by the zoo, and there was a strong gust of wind.
Oh
and
god,
it carried off
that's
to
it too.
everybody.
Oh, they land.
It's like Ninja Turtles.
What is a hat person is? The people that sell hats. There's a
Haberdasher.
name.
Haberdashers.
So it's a magical haberdasher.
Sure.
And he wanted you to become sentient bears, I see.
Or did he not? He wanted some other animals to become sentient.
I'm
and
thinking
instead,
that
Who would
became
actually
a bear.
want a sentient bear?
I
like the
think it was
wind idea.
more of an
A sentient
accident.
I like
the wind
that,
idea.
That somebody was transporting them, or some other creature had the hat.
Who was the haberdasher bringing the magical hats to? Like, what positive purpose did we thwart, or did the wind thwart? Like, was it for like
You
people who
want
were in
something really
comas?
sentimental? Yeah, I was
Like,
thinking it was
Oh,
for like
something.
nonverbal children.
Sure. And the hats were going to help those children connect with the
Become
world.
Emotion now.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry.
instead, it's just some bears.
talk.
So
But it actually worked out.
you guys
It
have
was meant
stolen
for-
hats.
We didn't
from-
steal them. We didn't steal them. We
It
did not
was an
steal them.
accident.
It was an accident.
You guys have accidentally taken
worst.
hats from kids that were meant to speak.
We were just bears. We didn't know.
And
Just minding our own
fell
business.
into. I like the zoo thing. Passing the zoo,
Sure.
the hat one hat flies off. The
It
person
is-
doesn't know it. The second hat, as they're passing by, the bear exhibit is on the
Yeah.
outside, and we find them respectively. Kind of.
Sure.
And I try to eat mine a little bit, and somehow
Maybe your hat
I
has a
end up-
bite out of it.
Yeah. I kind of find it on my head. Like I drop it when I bite it, and I kind of snuff it, and it ends up on my head, and it's like, oh, I'm aware.
I can sing.
All right, so now the setup for the entire game.
But that was it? I thought we were done.
The setup for the heist, because this is a heist game.
Okay.
So there has to be something to heist. It is Honeycomb 2020. You're going to undertake the greatest heist the world has ever seen. 2 things. 1, you have a complex plan that requires precise timing. 2, you are a goddamn bear. Things that you're supposed to know about Honeycomb 2020. It is run by a spoilt trust fund kid. What is his name?
Zark Muckerberg.
Okay.
Where'd you come up with that?
There's no way to know. The things that emerge from the ether, perhaps.
Just something I thought.
Perhaps I found them, or they found me.
And Honeycomb is being held in a rundown truck convoy.
The best.
Well, hold on. Would it make more sense to be Zark Smuckersburg?
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously.
A little bit more bearish.
Yeah, and also like
He's the honey baron.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
He got
Smuckers?
his
Honey book.
Jelly.
yeah.
No, but what's their slogan? It's something
With a
about
name
being
like
good.
Smuckers,
it has to be good. There you go.
Go smuck yourself was their other one.
It never caught up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So beyond just trying to get honey, because I mean that's obviously the thing you want to go for. There's also a briefcase of pure.
Methamphetamine.
Oh, I forgot to write down the word.
Manuka.
Manuka
Manuka CBD.
extract worth $5 million in this convoy. So now we start the plan. Where do you guys meet up to plan your amazing plan for the heist?
Is the convoy moving?
It is moving
Okay,
because
so
I feel like it
okay.
shouldn't not move.
I feel like it should move. Yeah.
But
I like that.
there is a chance they would have to stop
Sure.
overnight. They're trying to get from point A to point B because obviously you do when you're a honeycon.
Yeah.
So where are we going from and to? Where are we currently at? We can all speak at once, or I can roll a dice and make you speak.
Do we want this to be set in Florida? And, like,
Florida, I believe, is
cities?
easy.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
let's go from East Coast to West Coast. So let's go from Cocoa to Tampa.
So it's going to happen in Orlando or Kissimmee.
It can happen anywhere between Cocoa and Tampa, which
I'm
I
new
mean,
here.
the
That's
middle,
all I know.
The middle happens to be
There's other parts of Florida.
Orlando.
I'm terrified.
So this is just a mobile I-4 convention.
Are they going to set up where they go? Is it like they roll out like a circus?
I feel like that's the best way. So they've already set up in Cocoa.
Gotcha.
They're now in Convoy State,
Sure.
heading to Tampa, where the big state fair is.
Fairgrounds.
Yes.
So we could meet up somewhere in the middle, maybe at like a truck stop.
Flying J. Truck
Okay.
stop.
I think meeting at a truck stop is pretty good. Like, are there like a truck stop restaurant? Because the idea of like a ton of bears trying to squeeze into like a booth at a truck stop restaurant works in my brain. It's like a good opening scene.
Okay. So you are currently at the Flying J.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What is your plan to make this convoy stop? Are you going to make it stop? Do you
Oh,
have
man, he's gonna do
vehicles
that
to?
for us.
Do you have vehicles to catch it up on the way? Or are you going to meet it at a
Motorcycle.
place?
We already said that, right?
We need motorcycles.
So you're going to have motorcycles.
I think we need to steal a helicopter.
Well, you're the driver, right? And you're Prince.
And Prince.
Just Prince.
So he's
Only Prince.
a crown and dressed every day in a different Prince jumpsuit.
Gotcha.
A different one, like Prince through the years. It's kind of what it is.
in quadruple extra large.
Well, no. That's also not part of it. It's,
okay.
It is he. Okay. The backstory, right? At a certain point, when he first went conscious, his first heist was to go to the Prince estate and steal all of his clothes. He had to stop in Cincinnati at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame to get like one of the outfits he really wanted, and then when he got caught out, he'd just take off his hat and look like a bear, and everyone would freak out.
Got it.
So he has basically like a
whole
suitcase
Prince
of
outfit.
Prince's wardrobe.
Yes.
But he can really only wear them once, and that causes some problems.
Never again.
They,
Yes.
Sometimes.
I know.
He has to take them very carefully.
Okay. The truck stop, or you're at the truck stop. The convoy is on its way through Orlando. You know you need motorcycles. You do currently have them.
Well,
Is stealing the motorcycles part of
I
this?
see some motorcycles on the parking lot.
Yeah, I think this is a good place to
So-
steal motorcycles.
It happens to not only be a truck stop, it's also a biker rest area.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And what kind of bikes are? I feel like they might be Honda Goldwings because it's the Honda Goldwing convention with all the old people.
Hans Con.
Yeah. They do the traveling motorcade as well.
Okay.
Honda Goldwings.
Oh,
I don't know if you've ever seen
I
that.
was thinking of because there's several different ones that they do motorcades, but usually it's for a benefit. I don't know if we want to go that tier.
Well, I mean, the Goldwings tend to be people of the older generation.
Okay.
I think we should definitely steal old people's bikes, so eventually they can try to catch us.
And I feel like there is a
yeah, no, there's a bunch of this.
because I feel like if you're going to steal biker bikes, then that's just been done. How often do people steal from the old?
So we're outside this thing, and somebody's trying
Every
to
day in Orlando.
like hotwire or crack into these bikes. I don't know what the term is.
I think we steal the keys from the old people at the diner to them, so that there's this elaborate like Ocean's 11 pickpocketing scene where we're bumping people in our bare paws, but we just tear off pockets.
Yeah.
Like we have like all the moves
I was
are
gonna say, or
but the end
it's a
result's
simple
like,
little hook with the
Yeah,
claw,
like-
and it comes out of the pocket really quick.
well,
but this isn't
Who's
many
the,
ordinary
who's the
old
thief in
people.
this?
It's a whole
I'm the
group
master
of
thief.
people.
Okay.
Probably,
So what's your-
probably
this
what
is your
happened
scene.
I had like a
What
bamboo shoot thing and licked the end of it and just stuck it into a pocket so it sticks and bring it back out. Like, got the keys.
absolutely.
Nice.
All right, so are we going to do this now? You want to roll your thievery, and since that is your major skill, you get 2d6 instead of your one.
Could I talk to the old people and provide a distraction?
What is your major skill? Because she's the face. She's better at talking.
One
Great.
brains.
Oh, is it
Okay,
equal to or
brains.
under or above?
You want
That's a good question. So either really good or really bad.
Yeah.
Equal to or under the relevant stat.
The best.
You succeed.
Oh, I got.
So you actually want to roll low.
Well, I got snake eyes, so the best I could do.
Yeah. So should we do this each time? You think you need 5 bikes? Let's actually say with that double one, you just succeeded as great as you could. That is a massive success, I would say.
Yeah.
Which is not part of this game, but I'm stealing it.
Is he walking through the parking lot with just an armful of motorcycles?
No, he's keys only. Keys only. No, and he had an elaborate.
We're gonna
sticky
ride
ball,
them.
right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you put maybe a little bit of your one stockpile of honey onto some paper.
Maybe it's a motorcycle with 4 sidecars. And we're all.
That eventually we can unscrew a sidecar one at a time to shoot off to do jobs.
They're like the Fantastic Four car, but it's just very dangerous.
Yeah.
So you can never reconnect them, you just break them.
Maybe
It's a 4-seater, so you have 2 side by side and then 2 right behind it side by side.
it's a car.
So it's like a car attached to it.
We've done a lot of work to hijack a senior
Yeah,
citizen's
this
car.
is old people's, like elderly too. So maybe each one has like a different grandchild's name on it.
I feel like that's appropriate for this.
Okay.
So we're stealing a motorcycle with 4 sidecars.
Is that actually the way this happened, or did you actually steal 4 motorcycles? Because I want to differentiate between silly talk and
Yeah, no. What do you mean?
no.
It's all the same.
No. Like in some games, what you say happens.
Yeah, sure.
And we can definitely do that, and I am okay with doing that. But I want to establish the rules. Is it what you say happened, or do you want to have a moment of brevity before getting serious and say this is what actually happens?
I would prefer probably the second one, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because also, I would advocate for different motorbikes so more people can be more active in the driving scene.
And that's what I'm going for.
It also
Because I
gives us-
can fully screw you guys over and say what you say happened.
But
but I
in a
don't.
game like this, you never said you had a wall.
I don't want to unless it's understood as a core concept.
Yeah, because it's a difference between a role-play chat session and a video game.
Right.
So pretty much we just Levi Jenkins ourselves and we say the first thing that comes out of our mouths.
Right.
And if not, it's a brainstorming type thing. I'd rather go with the brainstorming ideas.
Okay. And I am perfectly fine with that. I like both
Everybody
examples. Especially for a short game, sometimes what you say happens goes quicker.
Sure.
Because you will
Yeah.
screw yourself very quickly. And I am okay with you screwing yourself quickly if you understand that you are.
I want to win.
Okay.
Make it to the end alive for a change.
Oh, okay.
And,
I mean, if that's what you want.
I'd say the other advantages of us having to get different stuff is at least right away, if we're not going to have that first scene be like us planning stuff, it could also have us like just be forced to make more rolls and get into more shenanigans.
Right, because the first scene was supposed to be you guys sitting in a booth planning stuff, and instead you went straight to stealing. And I am perfectly fine with that too, because you will find that I'm not going to dictate your choices. I gave you what should have happened, and you told me what did happen. So and I am perfectly okay with that. So rather than planning, you guys have went straight to action. So that is your game. You go for it. So you have, with that double one, you have stolen 5, because I can't count again, perfectly great motorcycle keys. You don't know which ones go to which motorcycle.
Key fob the alarms.
I mean, you can.
We could key fob. We could wait outside until all the other motorbikes leave. We like lurk in the bushes and wait until there's like pissed off senior citizens, and then like jump them and run them off.
Well, one of us could take our hat off and create a diversion because now we're a bear. Multiple are easily thrown.
So we have one of us take our hat off, go inside of the diner, start wrecking shit. So then everyone flees the diner and goes to their motorcycles, and 5 people are like, oh no! And then the other 4 of us come out, push them off their motorcycles, and then ride away.
Is that what we want to do?
I had a plan. I'm not the face, but my character's slick, so I think he thinks he is, he thinks he's like a ladies' man, and he's gonna maybe flirt with the waitress behind the counter and just get her to maybe tell us that information. Maybe she's had her eye on what's going on, and
Okay, you can definitely do that since it's not your major skill. You roll a single d6,
all right. So yeah, he's talking to her, and he's like,
and that's a criminal skill.
like, oh yeah, Flo, you know, this is a great. This apple pie is just delicious. I love this. And, you know, like, let me get another cup of coffee. And oh, so many folks coming in. Must be tough for you to really keep an eye on everything that's going on. I can't decide if this is a little more Matthew McConaughey or Dana
You're going
Carvey.
full on.
Dana Carvey doing George.
You're doing Dana Carvey doing.
Doing McConaughey.
All right, so that's a single
It's a
d6
single d6. That's right.
because you are not great at facing.
I'm so depressed that you got slick too, because I was gonna go straight to McConaughey too.
Fuck. Yeah.
You can have 2
Oh shit! Why don't we just
I
talk
don't
about
mind that
Lincoln
device.
outside?
So you went well over.
Okay,
So
I did. I
you
got a
completely
5.
succeed, and she just doesn't like people with so much facial hair. She's like, dude, I get hit on all day by people with beards. Please, just move on. Is there not somebody better in this whole neighborhood to talk to than old people and people with beards?
Yeah.
There's a cutscene in her life which made that statement make sense.
Yeah. And I think he's just like, all right, Toots, you know, I can tell when what I'm putting out there, not something anybody wants. I mean,
You're not my type. I'm sorry, sir.
It's good,
If
yeah.
you can move on, I have so much
yeah.
coffee to serve. There is so many gold wing old people in here. I don't know what to do anymore.
no problem. I mean, we all got, the first person we gotta love is ourselves. It's nothing wrong with that at all.
I love myself plenty, trust me, but not with you, sir. All right, so
We have keys, but we don't know which bikes they go to.
so far, yes.
How many gold member old people are there?
This is a big club.
Okay.
This is the major
So we're
metropolitan
looking like
Orlando
50,
area.
75.
Yeah, there is at
Smokes.
least.
All right.
Yeah. But you-
Orlando is full of old people.
Yeah. Been there before. done
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
The subtitle of the placard. Orlando, it's full of old people. Strangers.
old people in
And tourists. Snowbirds, tourists, and old
And the
people.
unwelcome.
or all three together.
Okay,
at once.
my plan would take too long. I was thinking about chatting them up and.
I mean, you were the face. That
am
is your
face.
skill.
You know what? I think I'll grand marshal this. It'll be like I won't have to stand on the table because pandas are actually quite big, right? And bears are usually, when they stand up on their hind legs, they're quite imposing.
Yes, that is true, but this is your character. You could be a runt if you really wanted to be.
I think I will be a small panda. They're
Okay.
cuter. So I'll like pull out a chair and stand up on the chair and be like, attention, attention, attention. We're gonna play a game, old people that like to ride motorcycles. And it'll be like, what color is your bike? And let's see how many other people. So it'll be a description of the bikes that are out in the parking lot.
It's a classroom game. It's going to take like 35 minutes. Whose bike has rims that are 18 inches?
You know,
It's like, oh, it's me.
Texas.
The old people are done.
You know,
I got a license plate B3.
who remembers their license plate? Can you repeat it off to me?
Now, the question is, before you've actually done this, are you telling this to the group so they can object, or are you just starting it?
No, this is an idea. I mean,
Okay, this is idea session.
I'm
You
down
just
for
haven't stood up and done it.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's perfect.
Maybe my goal had been to flirt with the waitress enough to get her to not be like, "Hey, lady, shut up!" Stop yelling to the whole crowd.
So there's an assist there.
Okay.
Although I fail.
That you failed, but it's still an assist.
All right. Since you are the face, you get 2d6. This is a criminal act. This is not a bear act. And you also horribly fail. So as you stand up, the old people, they're just like, oh, God, why are these millennials so into talking? Them and their stupid beards.
I think my character has it. He's not going to talk to anyone else about this. He's an unhinged bear.
Oh, by the way, you guys both lose a criminal point.
So
we do say that, yeah.
So
because you failed it, you lose a criminal
are
point.
we allowed to say that we have like some money?
You
Could
can.
we have like lifted some
There is
money?
nothing to say you haven't robbed something before.
Okay, so here's what happens, right?
Yeah.
So my character dressed like Prince.
Right.
That's the thing. And I'm the driver, right? So my character steals like the intercom system, right? I'm gonna grab the intercom system like from around the corner, and I'm gonna be like, what are they called? Sunbirds? That's that motorcycle?
Goldwings are
So Goldwing, we're gonna in 5 minutes in the parking lot, we're gonna have the Goldwing Burnout Contest. First place gets $1,000, and just like scream and be crazy and maniacal about it, and try to psych up all those senior citizens to come outside and do a whole shot contest.
Now again, are you workshopping this or are you doing it?
I'm doing. No, he doesn't ask anyone.
Okay, so you're straight doing
He's
this.
just 100%.
Now, officially, that would be a face thing.
But I was a driver.
But
That's
you
what I was
are a
trying to do.
driver, so
And he's
I'm going to justify it and say, yes, you can do 2d6.
Okay.
But officially,
Don't worry, I'll fail.
that kind of iffy.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. You
That's true.
succeeded. That's good.
My dream is a bunch of senior citizens falling off of motorcycles.
So they are so
They just
impressed.
can't. They can't do it.
We're going to roll a percentile die to see what percentage actually goes out to do it.
Sure.
Fudge. 65% of the 50
I will
people.
take it. That feels pretty good.
No, that's everyone 65 or older.
Yeah.
We're on the same page.
Either way,
You know what? That was
Either
such
way's
a great suggestion.
Either way's great.
I will allow it. So that means everybody goes out. Because there is nobody in the Goldwing Club that I have ever met that was under 65.
All right. So Prince is out there with like
Yeah.
$1,000, like greasy covered in like honey and like some dirt.
Right, and
leaves.
it's okay.
He just shoves it in his outfit. It's really just off-putting.
These guys are so into it. They are
Yeah.
getting on their bikes. The ladies that ride on the back, or the men that ride on the back,
Yeah.
depending on the relationship in
Yeah.
the family, are all standing on the side because that
Yeah.
would mess up the burnout.
Sure.
So
Some of these people have never done one. The
Yeah.
bike just shoots off into a wall.
I
we're gonna.
look at everybody leave and just go, they just keep getting older.
No.
Oh, shit, I guess I do too.
So they all go out, and you do notice that there are 5 of them. They're just patting their pockets, and actually, we're gonna go with there are 10 of them patting their pockets because some of them forgot it in that thing. But you do have a better idea of where
Sure.
they are. So let's roll for flipped bikes and broken hips.
Yeah, absolutely.
Flipping hip.
So only 5%. So of 50, that would be like 2 people.
actually did not get harmed.
Have not ended up in the emergency room.
Oh, it's like the winners.
So, you have completely destroyed and wrecked the Honda Goldwing Club of Greater Orlando.
They're never going to do another function. They're done.
All the ambulances and police are out there now.
We'd be hiding in like the bushes.
Are you hiding in the bushes?
I am.
Okay.
This is going to really put a damper on their charity work. I think that's going to be I don't think they're going to make it.
Hospital.
Yeah.
2 months from now, hospital closes. There's a bunch of kids like, I can't get the medical help I need.
So many broken hips.
so poor, Billy. You stupid fuck. Just like a really mean hospital administrator who's unnecessarily mean.
Wait, why did you get into this work?
So you have succeeded in destroying so many people. As it gets darker, everybody is left except those 5 people are now trying to call Uber because they don't know where they've lost their keys.
They don't know how to work these newfangled smartphones.
Well, they're asking. What was the waitress's name? Flo.
Low, absolutely.
Flo, the waitress, to help him out. Can you
calling
help me
cabs.
out with my phone? I don't know how to call them Ubers.
My cricket doesn't work.
Jitterbug.
I don't have that funky app on my thing. what do you call that? The Stubers? So she is calling them some taxis and Ubers to get them out. So you do know that the last 5 bikes, and it is getting darker because this took a while. All the ambulances.
All day.
So,
As we just kind of sit in the bushes and be like,
Just bearing it up.
we're just watching
Rubbing
the
against
carnage.
trees.
If somebody were to look at the bushes, they just see a line of hats. What are
Yeah.
those hats doing floating there?
now, as you are sentient bears, does a bear shut in the woods that is sentient?
Well, I do, but I'm wearing a Prince outfit. Like sometimes I forget that I'm wearing a Prince outfit.
Okay.
So the outfit's a bit atrocious.
I mean, that is quite a southern
They all have-
expression.
they
So
all
somebody has
made
to say
those
it.
little trap doors, like pajamas in the back.
that works. Yeah.
You went to a tailor.
Unions.
a while ago.
I muscled the
Considering they've never
tailor.
been altered for you, I'd have to say that your movement may have ripped.
No, it's
in
just
certain
it's just
areas.
not good. It's just not pretty. Is kind of what I'm trying to indicate.
I am going to assume, for the sake of keeping this game moving, that this was the day before the honeycomb
Yeah.
truck.
This is all a flashback.
Okay. Because if it was day of, you've missed it.
Oh, it's we're playing this as Blades in the Dark.
Okay.
Burn the stress.
Everything's a fire.
Okay. So that was the day before. Are you going to spend the rest of the night? Because it will come through. You estimate, with your bear watches, that it will definitely come through around 10 to 12-ish, depending on how fast they can tear it
The
down.
next day during the day.
Yeah, depending on how fast they can tear that down in the morning.
Now I know I'm not the brains of this operation here. What's your character's name, Eddie?
Fenton Wadsworth, I am the brains of the
I know
operation.
Fenton's our thinking man, but I say we just road warrior style this thing. Just get in there. I got this nose. I can sniff out honey anywhere it's gonna be. I say I just tear into that sucker.
I do recall being at the Bear Depot and seeing a line of spike strips for sale with some of our monies.
Okay. I don't know that spike strips are just something you can buy, but I am sure you can improvise something from Home Depot.
Could they be on the Bear dark web?
They can be, but I feel like that should have been done much, much sooner. So if that is a thing that your character has already done, then yes, let's roll criminal, because getting on the dark web is not easy to do.
Yeah, rarely do bears buy
So now we're taking another
like a
flashback
Venn
step to
diagram.
about 2 months
Very,
ago
very
because it's going to
small.
take a while for
One occurrence.
Bear Ups will get it to us in like 2 months.
You are a brain?
Yes.
Then yes, you get 2.
Oh.
This is a brainy thing to do. It was double ones. I am again going to steal and say that's a critical success. So not only do you get spike strips, you get several sets of the top of the line. And what are the top of the line called?
Spike Lee's own spike strips.
I like it.
So great.
Spike strips.
They
a
send
Spike
you
Lee
a
joint.
bonus
Yeah.
of like beef jerky.
Yes.
Spike Lee spike strips.
And it says, do the right thing and buy these.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay. So you were able to buy several sets. Let's say you have 3, because that's more than 2, which would make several. And that's good enough for me. So you do have...
Very particular. Very particular.
Well, I don't want to give you too many. And we're going to say this convoy has 15 trucks, because I just decided that.
15, eh?
Matthew McConaughey had it in his rider.
Yeah.
He's like, I have to have at least one line of scene, otherwise I'm not showing up.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, add his line.
All right, so there are 15
Listen, I'm
trucks.
not
You
wearing
have
a
3
shirt.
spike strips.
I'm just gonna tell you, I don't care what my character's doing. Oh, he's a pilot? He's not. You can just put the little things on his shoulder.
Staple that directly to my chest.
My beefy muscles.
Yeah. Except for when he loses all his weight and doesn't have beefy muscles. He's still shirtless.
Yeah. I told you, it's in my contract. Read the thing.
Yeah. What was that where he was...
Dallas
did he have
Flyers.
8?
Dallas
Yeah.
Flyers.
Was that,
Dallas
did he have
Bears
8?
Club. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the Dallas
Yeah.
Bears Club.
Yeah, Dallas
Just straight
Bears
up
Club.
Bears with
Yeah.
AIDS.
Yeah.
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 This story's getting sadder and sadder. I'm out of here.
I feel like your bear might have bear AIDS too, just to make it happen.
Hey, baby, it's all good.
We're all gonna die someday.
Yeah.
It's like the last scene of Kids from 1994.
All right, let's get this show back on track because we have never strayed there for very far. Okay, So it is the next day. Your brains over there, Fenton. Why did I write Fenton?
Fenton.
Fenton Wadsworth.
Fenton has gotten you some spike strips. They just came in yesterday because it takes a while on the dark web. So are you showing them off to everybody? Are you making this part of your plan? Or do you keep them secret?
I'm showing them off. I want to proclaim to the group how wonderful my intelligence is and how I'm sure everything's just going to go smoothly. I'm demonstrating how sharp the spikes are by filing my nails into points, just going.
He's been doing
I
that
feel
for
like
weeks.
yes. I feel like since you are a smooth criminal, we should have a little piece from Michael Jackson here, but I don't want to have to pay for it for you. It is the next day. It is getting up on the time when you are fairly certain that the convoy is going to be passing through on I-4. Unless there is any other planning you want to do before that.
My suggestion is now that old Fenton's got these here spike strips, I'd say we just hop on. Like I said, I'll sniff that sweet Manuka out, and once we find that, I'll rip that shit to shreds and get in there and go buck the fuck on a whole convoy. You just gotta.
All right.
Oh, you just gotta slow him down and get me up there. Yeah, I think he just keeps talking, and other people like ignore him for a while. He's just like,
we start preparing, and we're actually leaving you behind, and you're still talking.
I think there's one other thing that maybe we did before this. If that's okay.
Yeah, no, that's good.
I think so. Prince is there, and he's like, in the satchel, I had a whole bunch of cocaine and meth. I didn't know I had it. It's pretty good stuff. Do you think one of us could sneak in and dose all the truck drivers with meth so their instincts will be dulled and heightened at the same time, and it'll lead to more carnage?
I feel like it is a truck stop, and there is a good chance that they would get their meth and coke here. Those that are currently addicted.
No,
that is not to say that all of them.
I want to see like little bare hands pour it into people's coffee.
Oh,
I want one of us
I didn't
to
hear the
pretend to
spike.
be an employee.
No, I didn't hear the
like,
spike
oh,
part.
here's your Dunkin' Donut, right? Like,
No,
how long
okay.
have you been working here? Like some elaborate, kind of multifaceted.
I didn't know you were
doping
spiking. I think I
people.
missed that part of
Yeah.
the conversation. So you were gonna spike the truck drivers' Krispy Kreme donuts.
I think we have to get a part. So then we have to go back another month and a half when we got part-time jobs. We filled that application. That's a deep thing. We've been working there for a month and a half.
What's your social security number?
yeah.
One.
It's Florida. Just shh.
Oh,
So we're bears. We're bears pretending to be
Illegal
No.
bears.
It's the worst. We're illegal immigrant bears.
Well, I mean, I'm a panda. I'm not a native to
That's true.
North America.
either are sun bears.
What do we look like? Anyway, this is
No, you look like a bear with a hat that
And-
nobody can recognize as a bear.
okay.
Okay. So you were going to try to spike something. What are you
Yes.
going to spike?
I don't know.
So you're going to jump ahead of the convoy to where you think they would need to stop.
Yeah.
To get their first gas. And
Sure.
You're going to spike something there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So that is not within your strict wheelhouse.
Yeah, I'm trying to
As a
involve other
driver.
people. I was trying to like.
Okay. So that is
I
a
was gonna
plan.
say, when he said little paw, I was thinking to myself, because I probably would imagine myself to be the smallest bear of the group.
And as the face, you'd probably be the person most easily able to interact with folks and be like,
And be nonchalant.
yeah.
I think you held down the part-time job. You did it for the
I
team.
held down several because I too am also unhinged.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I would imagine that I'd be that type of girl that I would flip out every so often, and finally people would be like, "I've had it, you're done."
Get out of here.
I feel like
Is it
that
because
character
I'm a
is somewhat
bear?
familiar. A person that's had lots of jobs.
Okay.
Yeah, very good at it all the time. All right, let's keep on moving. So you are going to try to convince some 15 truck drivers to eat your. What are you giving them? Drink
Sticky
your.
buns.
Dosed,
I had to go there.
dosed donuts of some kind.
Sticky buns.
They're sticky buns. Or what?
Cinnabon, isn't that
No.
the thing?
That long one. It's
An eclair.
honey honey bar.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I
Honey
think it
bun.
is called the honey bar.
They're
Honey
called
bun,
honey
honey
buns.
bun, honey bar.
It's,
Honey buns, yes, honey buns.
No, the honey buns are the ones in the plastic.
Yeah, they look like a cinnamon bun.
Yeah,
but with honey all over.
there's something. It's a. Is it
Or a bear claw.
Bear claw.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
It's like
Perfect.
knotted, it's a donut.
Who didn't go there first?
Well, I was trying to remember what it was called.
Yeah.
So, honey buns. I bought a package of honey buns, but I'm not passing away because I love honey.
Right.
So it's pretty much like, you want a honey bun or a bear claw? Bear claw it is. Even if they're going for the honey bun, and the honey bun goes in my
You don't
mouth.
want that.
You don't want this. It's in a package. Yeah.
Okay, so how are you putting yourself out there? Are you just handing out samples?
Oh, she's
No.
putting herself
It's
out
more
there.
like an internship, but they don't know. You know how like people come in, they go get the coffee for the office, and they like just come in
so
with the carriers.
You're delivering it to the trucks in the parking lot.
Yeah, they're getting ready for the morning.
That is
Deliver them on
perfectly
roller
acceptable.
skates. Like a
You can do it on roller
Sonic.
skates.
I feel like if you're going to do it on roller skates, that will be a rule to make sure you don't die.
We'll spill the coffee.
That's the level of the consequence. You're successful, you die because roller skates got it.
I mean, you've already killed a bunch of old people, so what's the
Yeah.
worst that you could
Not a bunch.
possibly
Can you
do?
roll percentile for how many old people died?
It was no,
Two
yeah, it was
survived.
two survived with
Two-
no injuries.
And I did pay the winner. The winner got $1,000.
So one of the two.
Actually,
what
I
was
think you
what was
split
her
it between
name?
the
The
two
winner.
as a tie.
No, there was definitely a winner.
What was the winner's name?
Her name was Laura Ingram's Wilder. She's a time traveler. She's like,
Yeah, that'll be the next game we play. Laura Ingalls Wilder, time traveler, time traveling biker.
Extraordinaire.
All right.
Telling her life story.
what kind of adventure was it? Wasn't Susan's fault. She was a corn
Yeah,
cob.
so she doesn't write a generational piece. She actually lives.
She lives
it.
them.
But only super racist books apparently, because she has been pulled off a lot of shelves recently.
I really like the idea of Laura Ingalls Wilder, time traveler. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is awesome. So pretty much it's like a random. Because I'm not a part of the troop. They didn't hire me to do this.
No
I'm
one expects you to do
showing
this.
off doing this.
Okay.
So that it's like they don't, because it's like, why are you giving me coffee? you know, I'm.
So you're giving him coffee and a bear claw.
and a bear claw.
Okay. Dosed with Coke and meth.
Math, yeah. Math.
Both.
Coke. I don't know how drugs work in real life.
No, but I feel like if you're going to dose something,
These are certs.
But does your character know how drugs work? I guess.
Oh yeah, no, my
question.
character knows a ton about drugs.
Okay.
So I would imagine the bear
So-
claw would be laced with one thing, the coffee would be laced
Sure.
with the other.
They're both uppers, so I'm thinking that's a great idea.
Not to mention sugar and caffeine.
Yeah.
That's actually the real killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of
The meth is not going to do
We'll have a
a thing. It's
diabetic
going to be the
stroke.
coffee.
It's not the meth. He's like, my blood sugar's 480.
This,
All right.
this is a long con. We come back in like 20 or 30 years and they'll have diabetes. Like, yeah, now we can get in.
We assume their lives and collect their benefits.
That's actually we've been driving the trucks the entire time.
Oh.
The scene soon
It's
we
a
finally see Rella
sixth
Beers.
sense. You've been dead the entire time.
We've been the truck driving bears the entire time.
All right, so roll your two, because that is a face.
A 2. And a 2.
Not a critical success because you didn't double one it, but that is still successful. So you have convinced these truck drivers to take your coffee
Here's
and
your
honey,
coffee,
honey.
Here's your bear claw.
Bear
I
claws.
wanted
Bear claw.
No, you can't have the
You
sticky
can't have the honey
coffee,
sticky bun.
Bear claw. Bear claw coffee.
Why do you even
And
offer
they are
me?
all over it.
No.
So it will take place in 1d6 hours that they have a complete total meltdown.
Sweet.
So 2 hours. Where that's when all of it will be in their system.
Hey, since all these trucks are stopped, why don't we just fucking steal this honey right now?
What are you talking about?
But he says that in the middle of a rant that's like, you don't go where the road leads you. You go where your car ends up finding it. You got it.
The camera zooms in on the truck with the honey in it. It's right there.
He's at a Lincoln dealership
I mean-
just muttering.
Your brains hasn't suggested that, so obviously it's
Yeah.
okay.
Maybe he says it in front of the truckers.
I feel like you might, Eddie, but does your character?
No.
Okay. All right. So you have 2 hours. You just got them. They have just loaded up the truck. They stopped at the nearest gas station. You have 2 hours, you think, from your years of drugs You think maybe 2 hours before they go completely batshit crazy.
It might be sooner because I have a bear physiology.
That is
so I would
true.
need a lot more.
So,
we've
but
given them
you
way
think
too much meth.
you think 2 hours
Sure.
because that's how long it would take you.
That's right.
So then is our game plan that once these guys get all sky high on goofballs, we're gonna pop these tires with these spike strips and bust on in there?
Indubitably.
Oh, I can taste that sweet Manuka right now.
Okay.
And his like long weird bear tongue like licks his whole face, and he's like, oh yeah. And then he tips his hat for a second with
the
it.
tongue?
Yep, exactly. He's like, yeah, it's gonna be good.
Slightly.
Does he stare directly at people? As
Yeah,
he does it?
he won't. Whoever makes the mistake of making eye contact with him, he just locks it in.
They're on the ride, like.
All right, so it doesn't take 2 hours because you have made it for a bear metabolism. It actually takes 19% of that, which is roughly 23 minutes.
So we're like way down the road. With the
She's literally walking away, and all of them have heart attacks. Like, guys, why don't we just
There are quite a few of them with weapons in the car because this is Florida.
Okay.
And they are completely batshit crazy. And they are just like raging right now at each other. They are pushing and shoving, and they are waving shotguns
Did they
in each
even get in
other's
the trucks
faces.
or no?
No, they are still back there. Did you get ahead of them?
This is less than 15 minutes.
Oh, that's true.
This happened.
Did we get ahead of them?
I feel the plan had been we would be ahead of them, and now we've wildly overshot it.
I think we come up to like the police report. Like
We hear it on a radio.
Day one, there were a ton of old people who like, broke their hips due to a whole shot contest hosted by Terrifying Prince. And then now, there's just like
Yeah, and I
murders,
happen to be
multiple
present
murders.
at both of them.
I would almost think one of them is tweaking out so hard he's seeing imaginary bears.
Yeah.
Oh, he's geek.
They're bears!
Fucking bears here, man.
It's just that
They're
they're
gonna
wearing
steal our shit.
So do any of you have a police scanner as part of your gear?
We have gear.
No, we can flashback and say you might if you have a reason to justify it.
I have a different idea. Usually on large motorcycles, you have an internal radio in the helmet.
Right.
And that is linked to other radios so that you can communicate like a CB radio type thing. And that as soon as I start walking away thinking, okay, I'm going to get on my motorcycle and go join the group, I start hearing this ruckus going on, and I turn around and it's like partially Black Friday and Night of the Living Dead type interactions between people, because I imagine coke and heroin would be really...
What I'm imagining is the
So some
Kingsman
people are like,
church scene is what I'm imagining in my
and,
head.
yeah, and then other people are like that. Major,
Yeah.
like, just gunning for each other, but some people are like zombies.
Yeah.
So Night of the Living Dead versus, what is that? The
Kingsman church scene.
Yeah. So all out fight zombie war.
So are you gonna like,
So I would
call us on the
I would be
walkie-talkies and be like,
"Ooh,
they're not getting in the trucks.
you're not getting in the trucks. They're like weird. Oh my god, that guy just pulled the other guy's head off.
Yeah. So this is Cocoa, which isn't known to be the best part of Brevard County.
Correct.
So it is going to take at least 6 hours before the police decide to show up.
So we're gonna
I thought
wait
we were
before the
role
police.
playing, not being real life.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is a massacre? Hey, I'm on my break.
Yeah. Well, it's just another day in Cocoa.
Wrong number.
Yeah.
So I think we got to go back then and
Yeah, because Holly is behind you.
Yeah.
She's the one that delivered that. You guys were ahead. Sure. You're gonna have to make a U-turn, obviously.
Yeah.
can you try to keep them there for as long as possible? I should be back in about 45 minutes.
This seems fun though.
All right.
I'm eating my sticky buns, just watching the carnage. That's my unchinned bit.
You don't accidentally eat the bear claws and don't get yourself
No.
come back.
Did you only buy a bear claws for all the people? I guess the question.
My dad was a lame brain. He ate his own feet.
Yeah.
Wait, in game or out of game?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, what is
It's a jelly brain. It was a Red Dwarf reference.
Oh, okay.
Your dad
So that
was a jelly brain. That's why he didn't have his feet.
No.
He ate
So we are not out of game,
We are.
Holly.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm learning new facts. So sad, Holly. I'm sorry for you.
So then we're heading back, and we have to get to this truck stop
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they had been?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think then we just steal their truck. Like it's your plan, but with more of a distraction. Like,
My question would be, did I already put the spike strips down?
oh yeah, it's way down the highway. Yeah, we left them.
I would assume you
absolutely.
were.
Pile up.
I would
on
assume you were
I-4,
going to throw them when you were coming. Is that not what your
but
character
I
would do?
thought they were coming. Maybe I preemptively put them out.
Okay, so
Another terrible accident.
just to make sure, this is actually what you're doing.
Yes.
Okay, so
I concur. 528 has spike strips laid across 3 lanes of traffic that are not being.
Okay.
I-4 on
Yeah,
Friday.
this is
Because
totally.
the con's over the weekend. You know it's Friday rush hour.
right. The previous mini con was in Cocoa, so they're only traveling except for the big one. And yeah, they only were in a little time in Cocoa because that's not where their major money market is. So you have successfully killed 528 in all ways possible. You have
Coincidentally, 528 fatalities.
I would say that there are a D100 definite fatalities. So only one fatality.
Super weird. That's great.
But
the traffic's so bad that no one was able to get up to
Was
the
it one of the
speed.
remaining senior citizens?
Yeah.
Oh, it was the win. It was the second place.
no.
It was the
We'll
winner.
see how many cars Eddy has actually totaled. There you go. So math is not my strong suit usually.
Good make
that is
tens.
13.
Good make tens. I like it.
18, 21, 24 cars
Baker
are
Joe.
completely totaled. So,
All in a day's work, collateral damage, carry on.
yeah, whose jurisdiction was this in to see how long it would take them to respond? Is it Brevard County or Orange, Osceola? How far up were you?
I was still on the guard.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So Brevard County Sheriff's is not that big of a department, so it
Right.
does take them a while to get everything
They're out in
cleared out.
Palm Bay. It's going to take time.
Yeah, I mean where all the bad shit happens, obviously. You guys have completely roadblocked out eastbound 528 for the next 10 days, because that is how long this carnage will take to wreck up. It's like a China accident with the. Have you ever seen one of those, the major Chinese accidents that roadblock them for 2
Coronavirus.
weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that too. So westbound is completely is actually slower than it should be because of all the rubberneckers.
Sure.
Because that's how they drive before.
I mean, a good thing would be if they do get this convoy going, they're going to have to take like surface streets now, kind of a thing,
Yeah.
and it'll take a little bit longer.
Yeah, there is not a lot of surface streets between Cocoa and anywhere.
Hey, listen. When God closes a door, sometimes He's going to come back in there and open a window up, take a peek inside, and see what's going on.
Yeah, and you're saying this over your radio, right? So they don't have a choice but to listen. It's
All day.
And, you know, I was going to say at this point, everybody just undoes their radio and throws it away.
Okay, so
Come back
let's.
to the wreckage, I think.
What's
not
that?
The, not the car crash, but we're going to go back to the truck stop.
Yeah, that's what I assume. So westbound's a little bit slower than it should be. You want to, because you're the only competent driver.
I'm going to try to speed us up.
Yeah.
Follow me. Go 2.
Okay, that's a success, not a major success. So you do cut off quite a bit of the time. You're able to weave in and out of the dumbasses looking at the carnage. You're able to take you're able to get on the mediums when you need to.
Okay.
And you get there in record time. So you actually see still a major. The entire truck stop is involved now. The Tampa Goldwingers have come in a memorial and they're trying to break things up.
It's the same memorial. There's like the wreaths.
Yeah.
Next to like different.
So when we get there, though, it's the carnage of these drugged truckers going wild.
Yeah, and they are kicking old people ass all over the place.
Oh, it's time to rock and roll, baby.
Like
Turn up
Rolling
the volume,
Stones,
you know.
Altamont.
You see me, I have this like big, huge like metal. It's actually a trash can, but it's like a smaller metal trash can, and I'm just picking old food out of it, just eating, and I'm just like watching it like, this is awesome.
All right, so I gotta find, as a sun bear and as a guy who's just gonna bust heads in here, I think he's just gonna fight his way into wherever he smells that sweet, sweet stash.
Okay, so your sun bear sense is sense honey.
Yes.
So that will give you that skill. So go ahead and roll that first.
Cool.
So I'm sniffing around. I'm like, I swear I got a whiff of something in here.
I got it. Well, 3. Well, it meets my bear, right?
Right.
Yes.
That is your bear skill. And here's what the bad part of that plan was. This is a honey convention on wheels. So every truck is full of honey.
Okay.
It's just a matter of how much honey you want and where the manuka is.
Ooh, do that. Okay. Well, I think then if I can point us to the manuka, that'd be awesome. But if I'm just like, all right,
Looks like it's time for me to grab one of these bad boys.
and he's gonna maybe try to like wrestle some of the stuff, wrestle control of the keys out of one of the trucker's hands.
Okay. So you're gonna fight a trucker, which is your criminal skill.
And I'm the muscle.
Right, that is your criminal skill.
Cool.
That's actually.
Ooh,
so you got a 1.
Awesome.
So you
Wait, hold on.
find.
Since I succeeded as a bear, doesn't my bear go up?
Yes,
then?
yes.
And then I just succeeded as a criminal, so both of those go up. Okay.
Right.
Oh, they go up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, this game has the weird thing of like you can succeed yourself out of the story.
Okay.
Yes.
I drove successfully once or twice. I can't remember. I drove successfully once and hosted a car show, a whole burnout convention once. So I'm at 5.
Right.
As a
Yeah.
criminal. Thank you.
And if it's 6, you I gotta get out of here.
Exactly. So you don't want to go to 6.
Gotcha.
So you can actually, if you find honey, you can actually eat honey and then move one from one place to the other.
Oh,
So-
when I can, I'll do that.
And you are a sun bear as well, so you have
Yeah,
that
yeah.
sense.
And we can have flashbacks to move it around too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pretty good.
So I think that
Major here.
he like goes up to some of these truckers who are like arguing with one another and just yelling crazy stuff back and forth at one another, and he's just like,
Fellas, hey, why y'all gotta be fighting? My daughter back here is in the car. She hears all the swears, and she ain't gonna like that one bit.
and when they turn to him, he just clacks their heads together.
Okay. And that definitely happens.
But again,
so-
with the strength of a bear, so there's a chance that both of their heads are just obliterated.
and that is a possibility as well with your 1. Is that what happens?
Fuck it, yeah.
Okay. So
With
there,
like Smuckers, it's gotta be good.
yeah, and there is red jelly everywhere. You are covered in red jelly. The red jelly is all over the driveway of the Flying J.
Yeah.
And that actually sets off a few more of them even further into a rage. And they just start wailing on every person they can find.
We're Welch's people. Fuck you, Smuckers.
Yeah, and I'm still sitting there. It's like when you watch a movie and somebody's watching a fight and all you see is their facial expression. So I'm like sitting there eating my popcorn junk bucket, and it's like, ooh, wow, you know, and I'm like, ooh, yeah, boy, good one, you know.
All right, so there are 2 dead truckers at your feet. And your goal was to get their keys, correct?
Sure.
So go ahead and search for their keys, see if you can find them, because there is a chance that they are so high their keys are actually in the truck.
Okay. Well, so
So let's just roll to see, and this won't count against you.
okay. So just roll 1 die.
Yeah.
Roll a 1.
So they are actually, one set is in their pocket, so
Okay.
one of them has it for sure. The other one, they're mysteriously missing, so there is a chance he just blew up and left it in the truck.
All right. And I think he gets on there and says, all right. 1 down, 14 to go.
Or 2 down.
2 down.
Well,
Well, 2
we got the.
truckers.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Are you killing all the truckers, I guess, is the question.
I think his idea was
He's
the
saying
trucks.
that he
Like,
knows.
he got one of the trucks
He
taken care of.
definitely has one set of
That's too
keys.
unnecessary.
Oh wait, it's yours.
I see.
Yeah, that
so,
is not mine. Mine are on my bedroom.
So Prince
I
is
don't-
definitely in the back of one of the trucks eating
Sniffing.
honey.
Okay.
Yeah, like you're right, just kind of shoving honey in his mouth.
Okay, so by doing that, you can move
Yeah, yeah.
one from one to the other.
And then I think with that being done, when he says, all right, 2 down, 13 to go or whatnot, I think that Prince is going to come up and hold up his paw for you to throw him a set of keys. And he's going to start, while this violence is happening, he's going to start driving the trucks away, but not very far away. Just like organizing them on like the other side of the parking lot.
Okay. So roll your drive,
It's not going to be a great plan. I got a
and you
one.
do succeed. So you are slowly driving your.
It's all backing up. There's people yelling.
Right.
Like, it's not super great. It's a really stupid plan.
But you are such a good driver.
Yeah.
And that was such a good roll. Not really, but it was a good roll. Good enough
Sure.
roll. It was a good enough roll.
That's what I like.
To make your plane go off without a hitch. You have one set of keys. You're able to get one truck in. You actually find, if you want to search for it, another truck.
Sure.
Excuse me. Another truck with the keys already in it.
There's a smaller truck in the bed of this truck.
Yeah.
That is a possibility.
What is it, Spy Hunter game or something like that? Where the car comes out of it.
And helicopter eventually. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, so what are the rest of y'all doing?
Have we made it back to the truck stop yet?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was guiding. So you got it back there pretty quick.
All right.
Prince. You follow Prince. Unless you did your own thing and tried to make it on your own.
He's a scout.
I'm in a white outfit, like a cream. A lot of rhinestones to that.
I mean, I feel like
I
you
assume
should.
your beret is raspberry.
Absolutely.
Do we know that
You have to walk in by
the
the outdoor.
what was it called?
Manuka.
Is the Manuka in all the trucks, or is it in some
There
of the
is
trucks?
one briefcase of Manuka in one of these 15 trucks.
Well, I'm going to start searching trucks.
Okay. So roll your criminal.
3.
Or would specifically finding honey also be something a bear would be down?
Well, I'm focused on the Manuka. I'm a criminal. I want the big money.
Right. Because you've got all the honey in the world that 5 people can drive away with trucks.
Yeah. 1 or 2.
That is just a straight up criminal. So you get 1. That is not your major skill. And you fail spectacularly. As you're actually opening up the door, you see but the Manuka is definitely there in the truck you got, which is amazing. But it's like that scene with Catherine Zeta-Jones where the laser light grid pops up.
Entrapment.
Does it hit me in the ass and I bent over all seductively? Catherine Zeta-Jones.
I don't remember anything else about that movie except for Catherine Zeta-Jones.
I only remember
ass.
the trailer. I don't even remember the movie.
I just remember the
I watched
poster.
the movie for Catherine Zeta-Jones' ass, but don't remember anything else about it.
So there's a laser truck bed.
Yes.
Manuka at the other end of the laser
Yeah,
truck bed.
at the on a pedestal with glowing lights shining on it.
If only we had the bear for the job.
Well, yeah, maybe I'm behind.
But has the bear that just saw that told you this,
I don't know.
or were you following him?
Yeah, sure. Maybe I put a big claw on his back and just like, don't worry, BiBi's here.
Okay.
And I adjust my bowler. Oh, yeah. Like, I was made for this.
And somebody in the audience watching this movie goes, "Oh shit, it's going down."
Okay. So you do see the laser grids because somehow or another your eyes are able to see lasers that are invisible, and I don't know why that is, but I'm sure there's.
It's
a reason.
way cooler.
It is.
It's much more intimidating.
Listen, I saw this movie. Catherine Zeta-Jones was in it.
Who's in that
It's exactly like it.
Who else is in that movie?
Sean Connery.
John Connery. That is true.
Only one of us at the table could answer that
I
question.
remember that movie pretty well, in part because I was so disappointed. The movie was so bad. It really was just that shot.
No, that
the whole movie was.
I
pitched
saw
around.
that in the theater.
Me too.
And that is all I
It's
remember.
the same thing with Schindler's
That's why
List.
he's saying
I
that
rem-
was such a. That's literally the high point of the whole.
The whole movie is built around that. That's really all
The
anybody
movie
remembers.
is
It's a
only
bad
like
film.
maybe
So let's just throw that
like
comment away.
5 or 7 minutes long. That's literally the
This
whole
is
time.
for all time, so it's probably better if nobody actually heard you say that.
It's fine.
I heard him.
All right, so you see the major laser lights, and you know from a movie that it is possible to get through them. Mm-hmm. So how are you going to go about doing it? Are you going to Catherine Zeta-Jones it?
Absolutely.
Okay, and can you LARP that, or are you going to roll it?
Well, who likes my ass? Well, let's do it.
I'll go get.
Who has some leather pants?
I'll go get. I'll go back. I gotta go get the special pants at the car.
We spent 9 hours setting up a laser room. There's another cutscene of people like oiling you up.
You gotta get.
They say oil involved. You gotta get the pants. It's like
With bear claws.
powder.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I forgot you. BiBi, go ahead and roll.
Oh, no.
You did get a success. So I'm going to say that with a 3, that it is a success with a complication. So you get all the way up there. Your hands are on the thing, and then you hear that alarm. just like that. It's tiny.
Is the coffee done?
It's tiny, just like that. Going off as you put your hand down towards it. So,
But it's the briefcase, right?
yeah. It is
The
a...
Manuka.
I don't know why you would have a briefcase full of Manuka, but you do.
All right, then I'll look back. At Fenton.
Oh yeah.
I'll just grab this briefcase and like. All right.
Let's come down to this. We're gonna run for it.
Let me finish getting this ice.
I was
It's like,
sorry, Fenton. I was making myself a drink.
Wait, did you follow him in through the lasers? Because that might be why the complication happened.
Maybe he's shouting at me from the back of the truck.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, that's just what I'm trying to figure out. Because it's possible that there is a trap that you didn't sense within this, which would cause the complication. Or it's possible that Eddy did something, and either would work for me.
It is Manuka.
It is. And Manuka is pretty amazing, apparently.
Manuka
Everybody
makes bears do
Yeah,
strange
everybody gets a
things.
little bit stupid when they're around that sweet Manuka.
Yeah. So since Eddy didn't do anything stupid, there is a sensor you couldn't detect when you grabbed it, setting off a very tiny alarm
The jig's
that you
up.
don't
We
know.
gotta get out of here.
Okay.
So motorcycles. Vroom,
Um,
vroom. Cheerio.
So you're taking only the Manuka. You're not taking any of the
That's
trucks.
the good stuff, right?
Well, Prince had already moved one or two of the trucks
Correct.
away, so we've already theoretically stashed those off for us to get
A percentage.
a seventh of the total honey.
But
honey
the Manuka is worth $5 million, you said. We
Yeah.
could sell
Sell
Manuka
Manuka.
and buy a metric fuck ton of honey.
That is true. As you lift the briefcase, there is a comically large timer underneath that you see with a countdown. And it's digital. And it says 20, 19, 18.
Oh, we gotta get out very fast.
at least 19
I
seconds
start-
worth.
I start doing the panda trot, which might take about 20 seconds. But we'll
Okay.
see.
I used to do that dance back in the day, the panda trot.
Could you show me what that looks like?
Yeah,
Well, you gotta get some
I'm
leather
curious now.
Leather pants and bamboo.
I gotta really bring more leather pants to the gaming table. It's really
I thought that was a
holding me
given.
back.
Oh, wait, does this... Describe more of this timer to me.
It looks like a Casio watch timer. So it's with the little dashes.
Does any part of it look like maybe bamboo?
No, it does not look like
Alright,
bamboo.
Just wondering.
It looks like a cheap LCD from the 70s, and it's got the lines to make the numbers.
All right,
and
fair
if
enough.
you spelled a certain number, you could spell boobies with it.
Or hello.
Yeah, who does that? Oh wait, girls probably do.
Thank you. So there is part of me that's a really girl.
Yeah.
Hello, boobies. Get
Yeah,
to-
I was just gonna say that would be my character.
Hello,
Boobs.
babies. It's pretty good.
Boobs. Hello, boobs.
Well, yeah, because I
Boobs. Hello.
can do a special thing if they look like bamboo, but I think I'm gonna instead escape out of here.
Okay.
You're gonna try to defuse them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Someone needs to defuse the bomb.
That's kind of a
Do you
thieving
know-
thing, yeah.
I feel like it's you. I feel like it's your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
okay, so you're gonna try to defuse the bomb.
Yeah, this seems like something that won't have horrible consequences. This sounds good.
We
I mean,
don't have
it's still counting.
A hacker.
You
You
do-
a hacker.
My God, Baby, there's only seconds left. You've got to do it.
Okay, this is your wheelhouse. This is a thievery kind of thing. I mean, obviously, all thieves know how to defuse bombs. That's just a given.
I'm actually
in
very
this
good at
game.
criminal. In
Yeah.
fact, if I succeed on this, it might be bad.
That's it. Yay!
So you have succeeded. However, does that get you to 6?
I am at 6 criminal in that case.
So you pop it open. It is one of those MacGyver-esque style bombs with the red, green, blue wires, and you are seeing it. I'm sorry. You are now a full criminal. If your criminal stat ever reaches 6, you are lured into a life of crime and betray the party. Is what happens. That doesn't mean that that's going to dictate what you're going to say to the character.
Oh,
That
yeah,
is
I
is what will happen that you have to come up with.
I'm gonna be like, Fenton, get out of here! It's about to blow! And just
Okay.
clutch this
You don't want
suitcase
to be
closer.
involved in any type of bang bang or boom boom. I'm going back to the party.
Okay, so you do snip the red wire because it's almost always the red wire, right? Except for when it's the blue. So you snip the red wire. The LCD actually stops dramatically on 1 because it would have to.
No matter even if it was cut at 7.
Yeah, no, it actually does. It was on 10, but it loses a 0 somehow, and you don't know how that
That's
happens.
good. I like that. That's fun.
So, it is your play, unless somebody else wants to jump in with what they're currently doing.
Well, I think I'm in the truck because we have 2 of the trucks, right?
Right.
I think.
So far, 2.
And we get told. Well, do we know that you have the Manuka yet, or no? Do we know that
Eddie at least saw him touch the Manuka.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Lads, I do
Fenton.
believe BiBi is in possession of the Minuto, or whatever it was called.
The Menudo? Is that a curated young Latin boy band?
Either way, it tastes good. We should each grab a truck and sally forth. Sally forth, lads.
All right.
For the Queen.
All right. So that's exactly the only thing you hear.
Okay, so I think we have how many trucks now?
You have 2 trucks,
Okay.
unless something else has happened.
Did someone else nab another truck? Were you able to?
Were you the one? So was
I'm
Prince
just
the one just moving
taxiing
them?
trucks. Yeah.
Okay, so if you're doing that, then yeah, I guess the old Major's gonna find himself another set of whales for us to get on. I mean, there's 5 of us. That Manuka can't be not but more than a briefcase. So, hey, time to ride.
All right.
So yeah, I think the Major's gonna try to grab another one of these trucks.
Okay, so you're going to muscle another truck driver. So go ahead and roll that. And that's an obvious success.
Yeah, and is this a criminal or a bear thing?
That is a technically, since you are a muscle, that makes it your criminal thing.
Okay.
But it could have been a bear thing.
I'm fine with it being a criminal thing. It's my lower stat, so now they're both even at 4.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe there's one of these truck drivers is like, get your head together, Billy. Get your head together. You're freaking out. You're freaking out again. Oh, I can't let this go on. Oh, all right. So and he's trying to chill himself out. And like he's sitting in the cab and he's like, you're good. You're going to close your eyes. You're going to wait a minute. And he's like looking at the clock on the dashboard and it says like whatever time it is. And he's like, I'll close my eyes. When I open it up and the next number is there, I'll know that everything's going to be okay. And he closes his eyes and he opens it up and there's just a bear in the car next to him and he's like, hey there, brother. And he just throws him out of the car.
Okay, so as you do that, because this is another complication that can happen in this one, that I'd rolled for randomly at another point. The cockpit of the, would you call it a cockpit in the truck?
The cab.
I'm going to call it a cab, because that would probably be better. It's not an airplane.
Oh shit, I forgot. I was in the Air Force. That was my major rank.
The Bear Force.
The Bear Force.
Oh, yeah. So,
Air Force One. The presidential bear shows up.
That's absolutely correct.
he,
The president's been a bear the whole time. That explains his actions.
so the complication is poison gas, but I'm going to say he shits himself so vilely that the smell is toxic to anybody that,
It's not him.
that is.
He's not a
anybody.
meth. He's not a meth.
Yeah, anybody that is anybody. It's toxic to everybody.
Oh man.
Because I just double negative it and didn't mean to. So it is toxic to everybody. The shit stank is so toxic that that cab is currently undrivable.
Undrivable. Okay, so I got to get out of there.
Yeah. If you don't soon, then there's going to be consequences.
Oh, that's one hot box you don't want to be in, playing the bongos. I gotta get out of here.
Because officially that's poison gas, but I figure that's good enough.
Yeah.
That's too stinky.
So I'm not like poisoned by it, but I can't go in this thing.
Officially you were supposed to be poisoned, but I figure that actually makes a better narrative sense.
So I think Prince has run back by now.
Yeah.
Right? And I see like kind of fall
Oh,
out.
don't go in there,
What?
brother. You're gonna wanna let that bad boy air out.
You need to purify the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
We'll go around the other side, maybe open the other door, and maybe try to air this bad boy out.
No! And Prince Bear puts his finger on your lips and mushes. It's really awkward. And he's like, no, just throw other truckers inside. Shows the door, green gas coming out.
All right, Holly, are you still eating, Holly?
Of course, I'm still eating. Although I have to admit that I did stop reading the description of a panda because it says eat anything that looks like a bamboo or like bamboo, and I just read eats everything, and I was like, I'm cool with that.
I mean, honestly.
Because I was thinking trash panda, so I guess maybe I'm a little bit more raccoony than.
Yeah, because I was gonna say a trash panda is not a panda.
Well,
Have you been a raccoon the whole entire time and we didn't realize?
I'm a raccoon.
Oh my God, you're wearing
You
a
look
panda
like a
hat.
bear. You're wearing the hat. So you look like a bear to
short.
us.
I said I was a rhyme.
It works on us too. If you took off the hat, we'd see it was a raccoon. We'd
You
murder
thought
it.
she was a panda the entire
Yeah,
time.
absolutely.
But she was actually
That's the
raccoon.
second reveal.
Yeah. Dun,
I'm
dun,
a
dun.
larger than average
Raccoon,
raccoon,
but a small
I'm
panda.
a small panda.
And I
Right.
take my mask off and I reveal I'm also a lizard person.
And somebody is Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet mama.
So, Eddie, what is your character currently doing? He is running away from the bomb, correct? Unless there is something else that has
I
happened
was
since.
hijacking one of the honey.
Okay, so you're going to hijack your own honey truck. Go ahead. Roll your criminal.
Got a 2.
All right.
All right. How'd that go? All right.
So that is a success, unless you tell me it's not.
Well, that's a success.
You actually, it's one of those comic ones where the keys are just hidden right above
Right
them, the sun visor.
No.
It like hits you right on the bridge of your nose.
Yeah, that's the obvious place that they only hide them in movies. So that happens. You've got a truck. Where are you putting it?
I'm running for the hills.
Okay,
Just
so he
going
has
his own way.
taken the truck,
Yeah.
and he is. Are you radioing this to your team? Are they your team?
I'm going back to Bear Command, putting one of the trucks into the bonnet, back home.
Okay, so you see a truck
Yeah.
pull out. You hear all this. Let's get back to BB's action, David. What is currently happening? BiBi. See, I knew I would do that. BiBi.
Do you want to do
Goes
a
by BB for
flashback to shorten your to lessen your thing, or do you want to just go out and blaze a glory here?
Well, I would have to eat honey to get my criminal down, I think,
Okay.
or to raise my bear up.
Or be a bear.
I feel like this game doesn't end well without betrayal.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's the aim. Yeah.
Yeah, and it also says whenever your stat reaches 6. So I don't know if I can lower it.
No, it is done for you. You
too
are
late.
at the end.
I'm a criminal through and through.
Yeah, you
So-
are a pure criminal,
So
and
I
you're
think
not smooth about it.
I'm slick about it.
Oh, that's true.
Two
So-
different. One involves oil, one does not.
Oh,
So I think maybe it's gonna try to get into the cab of this truck to maybe hotwire it and drive it away
okay.
into the sunset. The sunset.
You're gonna automatically succeed on criminal events at this point.
Oh, you're right. I forgot how dice worked for a second.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
mean, you
six.
can roll it just to see it, but it happens no matter what. Because you are that good now. You are a master criminal.
Good point.
So you actually, are you telling them anything as you drive off, or do you just drive off?
Yeah, I'm gonna say like, oh no, there's a bomb on one of these trucks. I'm gonna drive it out. Be safe. I'm gonna try and get it as far away as possible before it goes off. I think there's a while before it goes off, but I don't know how to. Sorry to.
How do clocks work? Sorry.
I learned. It took me a long time, years, at that tutor to learn how to read English, but I never did worry about the number, so I don't know how long we have.
But
So I'm
Hometown Phonics worked for you.
It did. So I'm gonna try and get as far away from all of you as possible.
Okay, is there anybody here that would have a reason to disbelieve any of that?
No.
No, I mean he did just save my life. So
That's
He did.
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think also Prince. He's always been BiBi's always been like an up and up kind of guy. And Prince also doesn't know how to tell time or how bombs work. It's like there's like this very narrow gap in his criminality. He
Yeah.
knows about dosing people.
Drugs.
He knows about whole shot contests. Like and then there's the scene where it's Prince reading Prince's autobiography, and inside of it is highlighted all the awesome stuff that he wants to do, and it's like turnout contests, drugging people. Then he realizes it's Cosby's autobiography. the whole time. It was in a
I feel like
Prince
that would just
jacket.
make it extra good.
I mean, I think so.
As a sun bear, since I can sense honey, is there the possibility that I could be like, wait a minute, something's up here?
You can definitely try. Let's go with that's a bear skill. That is your.
I think the major, he sniffs in the air and he tips his hat down with his tongue again, and he says, "Something's gone funky in this situation here, and it ain't just with that chicken in there laid." He points to the cab of the truck with the stink bomb that's gone off in it, and he's like, Prince. You got the farts too there, brother?
That's how I say yes.
Okay. See you blasted See you blasted a hole through that leopard print jumpsuit that you're wearing.
That was always there.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, but we gotta get us some wheels. I think one of our little ducklings is going to the wrong pond.
All right. And then Prince is going to look across the parking lot because I feel this is a very Florida thing, whatever it is. And he goes, Bugatti! And there's like a beautiful Bugatti sports car there.
At this truck stop?
At the truck stop. This happens, I see, more often than not. Prince is going to go hotwire a Bugatti.
Okay.
So out of
But
place
that's his mission. That's his thought. And him and the Major are going to run down BiBi.
Okay.
And
You're gonna squeeze into a small.
no, absolutely. It's
Okay.
really, it's not
So
great. It's like
it's-
squeezing into his clothes, but into a car.
Because as a big man, I have tried to fit into small sports cars.
No, I know
It doesn't
no,
work well.
It's going to be terrible.
Oh, maybe
which is odd.
I don't know about Bugattis. Is the trunk
I know nothing
in the,
about
is the trunk in
Bugattis.
the, I'll just say it's in the back. But yeah, maybe you hop in the front.
Sure,
and
I'm
then
the whole front.
I rip the
Yeah,
trunk
absolutely,
off
yeah,
the
it's
thing
like a
and just sit
flatbed
there.
Bugatti.
Yeah, and I'm like,
You open it backwards so it's like a rumble seat.
yeah, I'm like, let's ride, baby.
Sure.
Let's go.
And you bottom out
No,
the shocks too.
no, I don't. Okay.
No, that's exactly what happens. The wheels just start.
If I had to roll, none of that occurs.
Okay, no,
We
you did
tear
have
the
to.
back off of a Bugatti. That guy moves his way in, and
Yeah.
the car just folds in on itself.
Yeah, so you do try to hotwire the car,
Yeah.
and it's not happening. You actually apparently didn't read that or didn't watch that correctly on YouTube. So what
Yeah.
you do is you rip the steering wheel off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thinking that's what you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
And you're trying to mold in
These
the
two
wires.
bears
together.
The driver was in
savage
there the
a
whole time.
sports
They
car.
didn't notice.
Yeah, he actually sat on the driver as he got in. He forgot he was there. He just thought it was a comfortable seat.
That's right.
The guy had a lot of extra hair, so he just thought the seat was furry.
So that doesn't work.
No.
So we'll find some other vehicle when we can.
I mean, you did have motorcycles that you
Motorcycles.
already stole, but that's fine. You can go and do another
We need
thing.
another. We
I like
keep
the
walking
randomness.
by the motorcycles and we just destroy a whole parking lot full of cars.
You guys had come in, and I'm like at the far end of the parking lot having a big, huge scene of everything, and you guys parked two on one side, two on the other. So I'm sitting on my motorcycle still. As
Waiting.
you guys are going back and forth. in
Looking
front
at
of-
your helmet.
looking.
We're just Benny Hilling.
I'm like just eating, and I'm like just watching you guys walk back and forth looking for another vehicle when I'm standing or sitting on top of one.
Do you think we should take the motorcycles? She's waiting
No.
right over there.
I think that's a good idea there, Cindy. But
Like, where you going? I mean,
that's your character's name, man, right?
Oh, that's Cindy.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking to Prince. He's the one talking to you.
Oh, I thought you were referencing her, and she was also communicating with us.
well, no, I'm
Hands are messed up.
after 10 times of you going back and forth looking for another suitable, not a misplaced sports car at a truck stop, I'm like, hey,
bear goes
are you
up,
guys
goes
looking
down.
for a ride?
From criminal to
Back to normal.
I think we just flattened this circle over here.
Okay.
Sorry, I roasted a pretty fat J before I got out to this. I'm not thinking straight.
Well, you are at the Flying J, so it's appropriate.
Oh shit! Is that what I was thinking the whole
Here's the
time?
point.
Here,
Yeah.
this will wake you up. Gives you a bump of meth.
Oh, I'm good, brother. Keep it natural. Trying to make sure everything is simpatico. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something
And,
smells funny.
and you believe him
I
over
trust
the
him. Yeah, I do.
Hey, Bay.
We're both sun
shouldn't have
bears.
written
We're
BB.
both sun bears.
I'm gonna erase the BB part.
There's a lot of tribalism within the Bear American community.
Absolutely.
I
I don't know, you
apologize
guys
for that.
accepted a raccoon? No
We
question.
don't know. We don't know you're a raccoon. We think you're a panda. None of us.
What is
Because I told you I was a panda.
Because they're almost extinct.
what is Fenton doing?
Raccoons?
I think I'm worrying BiBi and saying, "Oh, BiBi, there's something with the hippie out in the back. He was saying something about you being up to nefarious no good. Is there anything I can do for assistance? I mean, you did save my life. I owe you a debt.
Oh.
Do you even have your comms still on?
Sure.
Or am I just talking in the wind?
I mean, that is the question, because you went full on. And how do your hats fit inside your helmets? Because you said these were part of the gold wing helmets.
Well, it doesn't mean that they have to remain in the helmets. I would imagine
Oh,
being bears.
I
You
think
have
that's-
You're like,
hats
what's the-
on helmets
I
on
think
top
they're
of
on
hats.
No, I think the hats are on top of the helmets, obviously.
Oh, so
Which means that we
the
would have
helmet
to
is
take
way
Like
up
stapled.
there.
Yeah, the hats are way high.
So you're stacking it like a Jenga tower.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
To me, but
I mean, that works for me.
otherwise it's my character in a crown with a helmet on, so there's just like blood dripping down. It's a lot.
I mean,
It's not safe.
BiBi, I don't trust the burnout. What should we do?
Which one is the burnout, by the way?
Both
But both of you seem burnout-ish.
No, well, no. He smiles. His teeth are very thin. Like it's bad.
Yeah. Okay. So, did you have your comms still on?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
All right, so we're on the motorcycle.
So you are on the motorcycles.
yeah, so-
you are being radioed, calmed by
BiBi is just like.
Fenton. You guys picked hard names for me to say. So, go ahead, baby.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Fenton.
Hello, BiBi.
Yeah, this is BiBi.
over.
No, there's some kind of dangerous situation here. Like I said, Major, he's really nice, but he's kind of a beefcake musclehead kind of weirdo. I think he has some paranoia going on sometimes. And those sun bears. I'm racist.
I'm very racist.
I love it. It frames it out.
We'll get along great. I'm a polar bear. I'm perfectly white. Continue.
Well, you open the door.
And Cindy with her beautiful panda hat that I never asked the question. Good panda like myself. Polar bears, of course, but these sun bears, they always get paranoid. It's kind of strange, but anyway.
Oh, you're both
hopefully,
sun bears, aren't you? Okay.
Hopefully, I can get rid of this bomb, and then I can come back and share the wealth of all of this honey trucks that we obviously successfully picked up.
Indubitably. Carry on.
So you're going to believe him, or are you going to follow him?
I'll believe whatever he says. He saved my life.
That is all true.
And they're just over there babbling about 15-year-olds.
Yeah.
Who do you think I'm going to follow?
Oh boy.
Wait, where'd the 15-year-old come?
Were we?
You don't remember? You said the number 15, and he went, 15.
I'm glad you picked up what my joke was. That was the McConaughey, like...
I didn't even know that happened.
No,
Wow.
I missed that.
joke. Thank you for picking that up.
Wow, that's.
I missed the 15 reference when I said
Yeah.
15 trucks.
Yeah, I didn't hear that at all.
I'm a professional criminal. I'm trying to get a job done.
Okay. So that happened.
Yeah.
So let's go around the room from here, and we'll do our closing scene because this is coming to an end. You're riding off to the sunset, as far as you know. He's not following you at this moment.
Yeah.
So let's do a closing scene. So you're going to.
So the major is like I know something's up. I'm gonna have to do something about this. And he guns it because I guess we all have motorcycles at this point. So he like guns it to try to again road warrior style jump onto this truck that he's like convinced that BiBi is if something's going on, and he like leaps on this thing, and he ends up there's like a fight between these two, and but Major gets like thrown out of the van. He just kind of rolls off to the side, and he just says, "Well, guess it just wasn't in the cards, am I right?" And he pulls out some bongos and a joint and just goes, "I guess we're just gonna have to take the sweet, sweet stash we got." And he plays a little song that is the outro music through the rest of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Prince. Let's give your exit.
So I think that Prince is like, he's high on meth, obviously.
Right.
Obviously, he's not mad.
He's high on meth. He takes another bump, and then he's trying to catch up. He sees that happen. He thinks that's great. He thinks that the Major doing that was fantastic. But he's so excited and he's so high that he's done his what are they called? What are these?
Goldwings.
The Goldwing finally hits like 120, which is the highest the Goldwing, like the speedometer goes up to.
That would be like the highest that bike can move.
I mean, I'm a talking bear, so I'm okay with it. So he guns it up to 120, flies by, right? And then we think that the movie's over. Right, just he goes off in the sunset, but then afterwards, like the secret scene, right? Like it's like a Marvel. Oh god, it's like a Marvel film, right? So at the end, there's like the bonus half, and after the close credits, he has moved to Miami, where he's part of a drag show, and he plays Prince in a drag show.
Never losing his hat though.
He can't lose his hat.
Right, obviously. So,
maybe in the sequel he loses his hat, and it's a different movie.
So BiBi successfully fights off the Major here, and then drives off with this $5 million thing of Manuka, and I think takes like one I don't know, like bump of it, and just like, oh, this is great. But then successfully fights the urge.
Oh,
sells
the bear!
It.
That was like his last moment of bearhood going away.
It's like, no, that's behind me now. I'll never go back to that zoo again. And goes to some high class like honey dark web seller or something. The dark comb. And sells it, but immediately it's just what was that? Smuckersburg?
Yeah, Smuckersburg.
As soon as I sell it and get the check for $5 million, the dark shadowy person pulls off his mask and it's Zuckerberg the whole time and say, "Well, you're going right to the slammer." And he's in jail forever. But
Forever.
Well, for Bear ever, but it was only a few years.
Because bears do not live as long as people.
How about forever?
Oh.
When they put you in jail,
It'll be really
they only give
unbearable.
you the bare necessities.
Oh.
Well, crime doesn't BiBi.
Oh. Took us a long time to make bear puns. Really, I commend us.
Well, anyway, I was going to say a shadowy figure comes in and smoking a cigarette with like a long hat on, with like a long billed hat, and you can't see him, but he's smoking the cigarette. And just like, all right, we've got a job for someone like you. We're going to put out some fires for us. It's another bear.
No, I got it. Only you
That'll
can
be for
put
the
forest
sequel.
fires. Only you.
The
Fenton.
Fenton is sitting on a beach on an island somewhere for weeks, enjoying his money and chatting up the girls at the local tiki bar. When he, after almost becoming one of the locals, he sees himself in the mirror, realizing he has in fact become a sun bear due to his tan. He is horrified. He accidentally knocks his hat off his head, reverts to a bear. The locals are terrified. His cover is blown and it fades to black.
Cindy is kind of, I'm going off of BiBi's ending as well. So yeah, you see BiBi, she sells, they.
I didn't check under their hat or down there.
Okay,
so
so
we
you
don't know.
didn't check the packages?
You don't know what pronoun you're using.
So you see the sequence where Smucker takes off the thing and says, you're going to be forgotten in prison, and walks away with the briefcase. And as they walk away, it's like that slow descent type thing, like you're walking downstairs, and you're getting shorter, but it looks like they're walking downstairs, and then all of a sudden they take off the mask, and it's me. And then there's background scenes where you see me riding the back of your motorcycle, and as you go to you're trying to ditch your motorcycle type thing to get into the truck with him as he's driving. I got off at the back, so I'm hanging onto the back, and there's sequential is it sequential scenes?
Sequential
where
first,
where
yeah,
I'm
just,
hiding in the back of the truck. I watch you do everything that you need to. I'm like spying on you for however long it takes for you to make this arrangement, and I'm actually the one you're making the arrangement with.
Thanks for listening to This American Dice Presents Honey Heist, live from Condo-Con 2020. This episode included the talents of Eddy as Fenton, Holly as Cindy Lew, David as BiBi, Ray as Prince, Austin as Major Ursa, and Tony as our Game Master. Be sure to join us next week for another exciting episode of This American Dice. And if you like the show, please make sure to subscribe, tell a friend, and put a bunch of money in a box and send it our way. Thank you so much, everybody. See you later on This American Dice.